So here I was, thinking that we would not see a game as crazy as the first leg of this tie. Oh, how was I wrong? Wow, this is football. Like Thierry Henry said, I am back in love. What an exceptional game we have witnessed. 7-6 on aggregate. Inter Milan make it to the final of the Champions League and Barcelona has to go back home 7-6 on aggregate. 3 goals each team and then going on extra time to finish 4-3. 4-3 tonight for Inter in an exceptional game. A game that will forever remain in the history of the Champions League semifinals. When was the last time you saw a 7-6 on aggregate, let alone on this big stage? The game could have turned in favor of Barcelona. They had very strong moments. They had huge opportunities. Inter Milan fought back, however, and Inter qualified. No matter who qualifies on these finals, they both deserve to advance. But Inter brought the masterpiece today. Let's talk about it. Today, I also want to give a huge congratulations to the Barcelona fans. Please be proud of your team and what they have accomplished overall this season. If we're honest, nobody saw Barcelona so far in this competition early on. Nobody saw them making it all the way to the semi-final. Nobody expected them to have such a strong season. Barcelona brought a game today, especially in the second half, that was completely out of this world. And I want to say this end result was so close. It could have played in anyone's favor, just played on details. For me, the turning point today, the reason Barcelona didn't qualify and Inter did, is the same issue we've known for a very long time, and it is a squad depth. Because today, okay, they had to play without Koundé and without Balde. And you could feel it. Of course you could feel it. Today, the squad depth was a big problem because all of MC Flick's substitutions were very, very poor today. They were all so poor today. And that's where the issues lies. That's where the issues lies for Barcelona. They need to have a better squad depth. Inter on their side played the game they needed to play. Inter qualified for the Champions League final, their second Champions League final under Inzaghi. 2 years ago, they were in the final and they lost. Now they're back. An average age of 30 years old in this Inter team. They've played an exceptional match. I just want to say thank you to the Inter team and the Barcelona team for this amazing two-legged tie. It was absolutely incredible. I couldn't have thought of a better time to start a YouTube channel, honestly. From the start, Inter had a strong beginning to the match. You could feel Barcelona struggling to impose their usual game. So many things happened in this match. It was chaotic. It was nerve-wracking. Barcelona couldn't press like they normally do. Without their pressing game, Barcelona looked hesitant. That allowed Inter to play higher up on the pitch. Not pressing intensely, but they pressed at the right moment. That is how the first goal came, by the way. Dani Olmo loses the ball in a place he has no right to lose the ball. A ball that he, honestly, I don't know, man. Like, I don't understand how that stuff happens to these professionals. The ball is then deflected and launched toward Dumfries, who sets up Lautaro Martinez for an easy finish. That mistake from Olmo wasn't normal. He cost them early and dearly. It's 1-0 to Inter Milan at this point. And as you know, when Inter goes ahead, it is so tough, especially in their stadium. But with this Barca team, even going behind doesn't change them. We've seen that so many times, and we've seen it on the previous leg as well. Because this Barca team does not give up. Whether they're trailing in the 50th, in the 60th, or the 70th minute, they always manage to turn things around. Mentally, this Barcelona team is impressive. In the first half, however, there was that early blow. And then Kubarsi tackle gave away a penalty to Inter. Yes, it was a penalty, okay? Kubarsi touched Lautaro's foot. Lautaro played it smart, though. He saw Kubarsi coming from the side. He positioned his leg to make sure that he hits the leg before the ball. Penalty. The penalty was justified. It was then converted and made it 2-0 to Inter Milan. If I have to sum it up, honestly, Barcelona first half had, in my opinion, two big issues. Their pressing game was not working, and a lot of their players completely flopped. For example, Gerard Martin, completely disastrous first half, let's be honest. Another one I can think of, Dani Olmo, terrible. Pedri wasn't bad, but he wasted a lot of balls. Rafinha was actually invisible in the first half. We never saw him at all. On the first half for Inter Milan, however, they were smart. After scoring the first goal, they did what we expect them to do. They dropped back and they switched to a counter-attack style of play. It's clear that it was their plan, from the beginning. If we score early, let's step back and let them come to us so we can hit them on the counter. You have Thuram staying in the center circle, and when Inter wins the ball from Barcelona attacks, they launched it towards him. And he would, try to play with Barella, Mkhitaryan, or Çalhanoğlu to start the counter. At first, Inter had a bit of trouble getting out, but gradually they built that momentum. They earned free kicks. They had the ball more and more touches, and they became dangerous. Every throw-in on the right flank was terrifying. Barcelona's first half completely missed, as I said. Inter led 2-0. At this point, team, honestly, I am thinking it's over for Barcelona. I don't think they're coming back like they did on the first time. Again, how was I wrong? That team is crazy. The second half of Barcelona was pure class. Absolutely top level performance. Barcelona was amazing in the second half, and Inter just got ran over. Honestly, Barcelona pressed them high. They were winning the ball back. They had a more cohesive play between them, and they got a goal back early into the second half with Gerard Martin, who redeemed himself for the terrible first half. He delivers a beautiful cross to Eric Garcia at the back post, and side foot finish. Sommer beaten, nothing he can do. 2-1. Gerard Martin assists Eric Garcia. And both of them, by the way, were the replacement of Balde and Koundé. So two substitutes, two fullback that connects together and created a goal opportunity. Another chance came from a corner on a counter-attack. Another Martin pass to Garcia. This time, Garcia shoots too centrally and it is saved. But that save from Sommer was still so impressive. When I saw it in real time, I didn't see that the shot was so central at first, so I'm like, this goalie is on fire. They nearly equalized that earlier, 2-2, with that counter-attack, which was started by Lamine. It was amazing, it was beautiful, but it stayed 2-1 at that point, and then Barcelona pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. They finally found their equalizer from Gerard Martin again from midfield. He crosses the ball to Dani Olmo at the far post. 2 assists from Gerard Martin, 1 goal from Olmo. Both of them, by the way, I deemed very awful on the first half, so they redeemed themselves. Inter was suffering, falling apart. Lamine Yamal was unstoppable on the wing. And then came the 3-2, that crazy Rafinha shot, which is deflected back to him. Another shot, and it's in. 3-2 from Barcelona. And now start the real problems for Barcelona. The substitution. Honestly, I don't understand why you bring Lewandowski when you're winning 3-2 and there's 4 minutes left. I don't understand that. The other substitution I don't like was Araujo's. I feel like he was a disaster. And I don't know why Inigo was subbed out. Maybe he was having an issue, I don't know. But it didn't make sense. At 3-2, in the 87th minute, you cannot leave a man alone in your box. Araujo didn't even try to get in front of Acerbi, man. It was a poor defending. The pass was poor from Gerard Martin, who fumbled it, I agree. Dumfries then steals the ball, crosses it near post. But bro, Araujo, you have to do better. Anyways, Acerbi scores. And he scores with this guy never scores. I don't even want to blame Martin. This one's on Araujo, honestly. His positioning was awful. And how is he the only one in the box in the 93rd minute? It makes no sense. And you're winning 3-2. You're 2 minutes from the final. Just 2 minutes. Avoid that goal and you're through. And no need for extra time. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And no one's talking about it because Barcelona were amazing in the second half. But they considered the 93rd minute. And that shifted the momentum to Inter Milan, especially playing at home. 3-3. And you're galvanized now by your fans. After that, Barca had chances. Lamine Yamal hit the post. In the extra time, Lewandowski has a header on an open goal. And for some reason, he mistimes his header and hits it with the top of his head. No pressure, nothing. Somewhere was out of position. Still just misses completely his header and it flies out. Lamine Yamal had more curling shots saved. Jan Sommer was man of the match, no question. That save when he curled the ball to the left corner and Sommer just flew for it. It was just an amazing save. Barca really had the chances today to win it, but unfortunately, they didn't. Inter Milan really showed an incredible mental strength. They were very, very solid. They executed their game plan perfectly. They were smart, playing high whenever they needed to, playing deep whenever they were required. A brilliant Jan Sommer again. Inter subs really made the difference, especially Fratesi. If you watch his CBS interview, it's very funny. He's being asked what he was thinking about when he scored the goal in extra time. Because he had said previously that he felt that he was, at that point in time, he felt his heart beating out of his chest. He said like he was very, very anxious and stressed and he could feel his heart beating in his chest, basically. So Thierry Henry asked him, you looked really composed on that goal because you actually, took the time to fake shot and then curl it. So you look like a composed person. So why are you telling us you feel anxious? Can you explain how you were feeling in that moment? And he says, I was thinking if I don't score, I'm effed. And I found that so funny, the way he just said it. If I don't score, I'm effed. No, again, today was a crazy, crazy, crazy game. Since the start of this Champions League, okay, Inter have only trailed for 15 minutes, maybe 16, okay? In the entire Champions League, 15 minutes is what Inter trailed for, okay? Barcelona messed up their first half. They had an amazing second half, but Inter still managed to come back when it was 3-2 for Barcelona. Right? The game started 2-0 Inter, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2 Barcelona, 3-3 back, and then 4-3 Inter. Because Inter had been completely dominated in the second half. Completely steamrolled. Barca should have stayed alert. They should have stayed focused. And that's why it hurts. It hurts. So again, I want to give a big kudos to the Barcelona fans. That Barcelona team is epic. The game today was epic. And I want to give a big, big thank you to Inter Milan for showing us what playing together can really yield as result. And congrats, guys. You guys are in the Champions League final. It is very, very, very deserved. And I can't wait to see who's going to be your opponent tomorrow. We're going to see tomorrow in the game Arsenal versus PSG. Whoever wins this one is going to go to the final. So I'm really, really excited and I can't wait to see. Anyways, that was my 2 cents for today's game. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And again, if you like what you heard, if you agree, if you don't agree, let me know in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.